No sleep season is upon us, but we need to make sure we have a strategy ready so that our emotions don't take control when it comes to taking profits. Let's get into it. Alright, so taking profits, something which we all have anxiety over, whether it's selling too soon or holding too late. We need to know that no one can call the top and no one can call the bottom. And we also need to consider about paying taxes. One of the two things that we can't avoid in this life, the second being death. So we can control one of them, which is taxes. And I'm going to show you how we can be legally creative, mitigate against risk, and still hold on to a considerable amount of your crypto when you take profits. How, I hear you ask? Well, the platform that we're going to be looking at today is my beloved Nexo. I'm a huge fan of Nexo. I've been a customer for over a year now, and how they've enabled me to maximize my profits in this space goes without saying. So we'll do a quick overview of what is a Nexo instant credit loan. So if we scroll down, so why would you want to borrow with Nexo? Well, very similar to Celsius, you don't have to sell your crypto. What's beautiful about this is you can get a collateral loan against it, 30% on average against your cryptocurrency. So when we look at this, it's an instant approval. So there's no credit check, which is beautiful about crypto because you've got the asset. You collateralize the asset with them, they give you 30% of the value. They support up to 40 plus currencies, both stable coins and fiat. You'll be able to use multiple cryptos to collateralize. No installments, meaning you can make as many or as little payments as you wish. And it's very easy to make those repayments, and I can testify to that. So if we just quickly take a little browse over the pros and cons. So with an instant crypto credit line with Nexo, you have the opportunity to grow your portfolio because you're never actually fully exiting. You'll have lower interest rates, and we'll look at those in just a moment. No origination fees. So again, what you see is what you get. Tax efficient because you're taking a loan. And of course, always check with an accountant and what state and country you're in. But here in the UK, when you take out a loan, it's not a taxable event. It's actually a expense. It's a liability. You're expected to make payments back on this, right? So when you take a loan out in fiat against your crypto, you'll find that, at least in my case in the UK, you won't pay tax on this. Instant approval, as long as you've got the asset, they'll give you the loan. No paperwork to fill out, and this is what we've got to love about centralized finance, because Nexo is the platform, right, who are providing you this opportunity, but we're moving away from traditional finance. And then penultimately, no monthly repayments, which we've already touched upon. It's completely up to you, and it has no impact on your credit score. I always say, do your own research, but it's easy when you know how. So head over to Nexo if you are interested and speak with the team, speak with other customers and find out how they've gotten on. So let's take a quick example, right? Let's say that we wish to take profit today at XRP's current price, okay? I won't be doing that. But let's say today you would be selling 89,000 XRP. You've hit your exit point. Well, what you could do instead is you could take out a loan against that. And if you were to collateralize, and we'll round it up to 90,000 XRP today, Nexo will give you 30% of the loan total value, LTV. So in this example, that will be 30,000 US dollars in fiat. Now you can decide, like I said, to either take that out in fiat or you can take it out into stable coins. Now I'm going to quickly touch upon the downside of these loans, which is of course the potential that your asset gets liquidated. So automatic repayments will occur when the loan total value reaches 83.3%. Okay. Now the dashboard's gorgeous, and they will show you at the bottom of the app how much your portfolio needs to fall to before they start to sell, in this case XRP, to start to pay back your loan. No one wants this to happen. Absolutely no one, and nor do Nexo. And of course they're protecting themselves and their liabilities because of course they need to make sure they have more assets than liabilities. So as soon as your asset, that 90,000 XRP, is no longer worth 30,000 US dollars, you're going to start to make back those repayments. Now, there's a few things they do. Margin calls, I'll let you know in advance, and I'm not going to touch upon it in this video, maybe in a future one. You can automatically lock up other collateral using other assets that Nexo support. And this list is growing quarter on quarter, month on month. Okay, so although there's tremendous upside using a Nexo instant cash loan, we have to bear in mind the potential downsides. So how am I going to execute my Nexo exit strategy? Thankfully, my little box falls just underneath. I didn't time that or perfect that. So this has been inspired by Martin Volk and created by Tanya. So Martin Volk, can't recommend him more. He is a quantum genius. Everything that I'll be talking about today really has come from his brain, and I'm spewing it out, hopefully in simplistic terms. And Tanya, she is one of our community members, part of the BEARABLE mentorship program. She is incredible for our community and is a genius when it comes to Excel spreadsheets. So be sure to send her a message and just say, hey, look, Tanya, thank you for creating the Excel spreadsheet. Maybe give her some feedback on how it can be improved, because she's the genius making me look really cool with this spreadsheet. So combining both Martin's brain and Tanya's brain, and you can find their Twitter handles on this Excel spreadsheet, which will be linked below in the description. Make yourself a copy and edit until your heart's complete. So let's say that 90,000 XRP we've brought over to Nexo today. We are ready to sell. It's hit $1. That is your first exit point. So we're going to put 30,000 US dollars. Oh, so. Let me backtrack. Okay. Right then, we're putting, yes, 30,000 worth of our crypto onto the platform. Okay, so for argument's sake, let's say XRP is $1 at the time you're watching this. We're moving 30,000 XRP onto Nexo. Okay, so your portfolio value is 30,000 US dollars. These percentages you can change accordingly, but speaking with Martin, there's a method behind the madness. You're going to put 35% of that 30,000 into your instant crypto credit line. Now, how are you going to divide up this XRP, and why are we doing it accordingly? Okay, so you're going to put 50% of your XRP into USDC, and you're going to keep 50% into XRP. Okay, reason being is because Nexo actually allow you to borrow 90% of the loan total value of a stable coin, but it has to be matched with a crypto, and they only allow, I say only, 30% of your XRP. So you can see the breakdowns here. So in total, in fiat that you could withdraw from an exit position of 30,000 US dollars, 6,300 US dollars will go into your account. Same day, no paperwork to fill out, almost all within an hour. I say almost all within an hour because you might take your time with this process. Okay, so we've got 6,300 tax-free in the UK and in some states in the US in your account. Now we move on to the savings wallet. You're going to put 65% of that XRP in your savings wallet on Nexo, which will be 19,500 US dollars. We're going to keep 10% of that in XRP, 10% in Nexo tokens. I'm going to put 80% into USDC. So let's break this down. Why are we doing it like this? Well, first of all, we know crypto is volatile. And so we realize holding a lot of your crypto, even though you've exited, can affect your portfolio balance, can affect your credit line, and potentially mean you'll have to make a repayment or they liquidize you. Okay? So we're only going to keep 10% in XRP. So you're not fully going to sell out of your crypto. We're going to keep 10% in Nexo, and I'm going to show you why. Because if we go back to Nexo and we take a look at the token. So Nexo is genius, and talk about bringing utility to a token. So if we scroll down here, they have different tiers. If you manage to keep 10% of Nexo tokens in your portfolio, you'll earn up to 6% interest on your crypto and 10% on your stable coins. Okay, so remember those numbers, right? So 10% we're going to keep in Nexo to access that interest rate, that higher interest rate. And like I say, 80% in USDC, so we have some sense of predictability of what our portfolio is day to day. Okay, so in total we'll have $19,500 in our savings wallet. Right then, so with the 10% of Nexo tokens, we go from earning 4% on our XRP and we bump that up to 6%. So within 1 year, if XRP's price stay the same, and keep this in mind, you're going to earn 6% in XRP, not 6% in dollars. And touch wood, we know XRP will appreciate over the long term. These are very, very conservative numbers. We could see XRP double, meaning the 10 XRP you get because of the increased interest rate is going to be worth a lot more. So these are all conservative numbers, expecting the price of crypto to stay the same. You're then going to be able to earn 7% on your Nexo token. Okay, so where we can see that daily interest. There we go. Excellent. So if you keep it flexible, meaning you don't lock up your Nexo token, you'll earn 7% on your Nexo tokens. And at the high end, you'll earn 6% on your crypto. Okay, so we're earning 7% APR on our Nexo token. And again, same case with XRP, you're earning in Nexo. And Nexo's price can appreciate. So again, we're working with conservative numbers. Next, we move over to the 10% that you'll be earning on your USDC. Again, we'll refer back to the website because I know we're working with a lot of numbers here. So we come to the high yields part. Holding 10% of your portfolio in Nexo, you'll earn up to 10% on your stable coins. Okay, now they could change quarter to quarter, but at the time of this recording, these are the numbers we're looking at. Okay, so on interest alone, in 1 year, by keeping 65% of your exit position in your savings wallet, you will earn $1,814 US. Just all from yield, just from holding it on the platform. Passive income, automated income, whatever you call it, free money. Powerful, at least it is in my opinion. So let's now move on to the benefits of this strategy, right? So keeping 27.5% in crypto. So instead of you selling 100% at whatever price point to take out $30,000 US, instead, using this strategy, because you're going to put 65% of your XRP in your savings wallet, but you're only going to keep 10% of that, right? And then you're going to be putting 35% of your XRP into your credit line, and 50% of 35 you'll be keeping in XRP. You still hold on to that asset, and I for one aim to keep at least 25 to 30% for the rest of my life. Now again, you can change these numbers accordingly, very simple to do so, but using Martin Volk's strategy, this is going to be powerful, because if you believe in this space and long term this space, it's going to appreciate. We've already covered the Nexo token, and again, looking to the tokenomics of the token itself, but ultimately, that aside, the benefits you gain, the higher interest rate on your earnings wallet, and to point out, you're also going to be able to get borrowed discounts. So, if you hold no Nexo tokens at all, you're going to be charged 13.9% on your loan. But we've got strategy. So holding 10%, you will actually have a reduced interest rate of 6.9%. Now I've rounded it up for the spreadsheet just for simplicity. So we can see here, the interest rate on this $6,300 will be 7%. Why? Because we've got 10% of our portfolio in Nexo. So on a year, on average, with inflation or deflation, you will be paying an extra $435 US, which is not bad, but we've got a fantastic strategy to make sure that this isn't compounding, because we're going to make repayments. We need to make sure that we mitigate against the downfalls, but we also have risk management and that we actually can control the assets to liability ratio, because this is just when you take profits once. I hope as we enter into a blow off top and a bull market, not just today but for the months, years ahead, that your portfolio total will grow. In turn, you'll probably take out more loans, and you need to stay disciplined to a strategy to make sure if the value of your crypto was to drop, you have assets like USDC to make payments back in an instant. That we are earning interest, and we're going to use that interest, not personally, not to buy consumable items, but we're going to use that $1,814 to make repayments to our fiat loan. So using Tanya's beautiful formula, $435 of that 1,814 is going to go to paying off the interest, meaning we're left with $1,379 from our interest earned to pay back our fiat loan. Granted, your crypto doesn't appreciate, granted your portfolio doesn't change, granted you don't take out another loan. If you weren't to touch this at all, it would take you 4.6 years conservatively to pay back your loan. More so, the value that you still hold in your wallet hopefully is evident to you all. You would have paid back this $6,300 loan, but guess what? You still have that 25 to 30% of crypto, because once you pay back your loan, you can unlock this, by the way. You can unlock this $10,500. So that $5,250 will stay the same, and you will put that back and you'll add that to your USDC bag and your savings wallet, and you've got 20K. Your Nexo tokens hopefully would appreciate over the long term. And so too, we hope your XRP would have appreciated over the long term. So in 4.6 years time, personally speaking, I would like to think your portfolio value will be more than 30K. Being super conservative, that XRP doubles, that you decide to reinvest, and that's something we haven't spoken about, right? But we have the flexibility with this, right? Is, let's say we see a massive crash in the market, but you've got cash on the sidelines in your savings wallet where you're like, you know what? I want to put 7K back into the market. And you want to buy XRP, Algo, HBAR, Proppy. And then you go for another bull market. And you execute the similar strategy. But if you were to do this once, not to touch it at all, 4.6 years with fantastic risk management, with the ability to hold on to your assets still, with the ability to not have to pay tax on the instant credit line, again, subject to state and what your accountant says. And finally, the ability to have a flexible and adaptable strategy when, of course, I didn't show you, but let's say, for example, more money comes into your portfolio. Let's say an additional 20K comes in. All this updates for you, right? And let's say, actually, I want to do 50% now, right? And you can instantly come in here. You can change these numbers, adapt to the strategy. Whoa, not 5,000%. Let's do that one more time. There we go. Right? And the strategy can adapt. And with that in mind as well, you can then have an estimation of when the loan will be paid off. But not only that, once the loan is paid off, and you might come into money through your salary, through inheritance, through selling another asset, as soon as you pay this loan off, by the way, that 11 years goes out the window, you unlock both your USDC and your XRP, comes back over to your savings wallet, you've still, if not, increased your portfolio value of when you initially exited, especially as you'll be earning interest on your portfolio. And the final thing I want to note, and I know I've covered quite a lot here, and so be sure to play this back, is portfolio management. And this is why I talk a lot about in crypto, good investors know the basics. The wealthy investors know the fundamentals. What I'm covering with you today is the fundamentals. This is not the basics. The basics is knowing how to buy and sell crypto. Even then, there's fundamental nuances within there. Limit orders over market orders. But what we're covering today, right, is portfolio management. Many people have a strategy, they set it, they forget it. And that works for the good investors. If you're watching this video and you've stuck around for 21 minutes, something tells me you want to become a wealthy investor. You want to protect your wealth. You want to maximize your profits. And if that's you, and I believe it is if you've made it this far in this video, is XRP's price will appreciate. I'm confident in that. So let's just say XRP, for whatever reason now, makes up 20% of your portfolio. You look at your Nexo platform and it's now $6,500 US dollars. And apologies, let's go back to the original formula, just in case you were all following along with those numbers. So let's say XRP's price doubles, okay? Now you can look at these numbers, right? XRP makes up 20%. These numbers, of course, would then reduce because this would now be 70%. Now you have to decide, do you need to mitigate against this risk and that maybe too much of your portfolio is in crypto and that actually you want to convert some of this XRP into USDC, right? Again, your portfolio total changes with all these numbers, right? So we really have to be smart and understand that your portfolio is breathing, it's living and breathing every single day. And it's your job to manage this, not on a daily basis, I'll leave that down to individuals, but it's your job to decide how often you manage your portfolio. Because as the numbers change with your Nexo token and your XRP, so too will your credit line. You can borrow more if the price appreciates, or you can unlock excess collateral. Because if the value of your XRP was to double, you could now take out half of your XRP here. Because again, we're working with a load of numbers here, right? Let's just say in your instant crypto credit line, 1,000 XRP equals $8,750, right? XRP's price increases. It doubles from there, right? It goes to 16,000 US dollars. That would be lovely. So now that 1,000 that you had can be taken out. You can leave in 10 XRP to cover your instant crypto credit line, or you can borrow more against it. But what this has allowed us to do is hedge against the risk that is inherent with crypto, and it's allowing us to utilize a strategy which can make changes in our immediate future with a living breathing document such as this that's been created by Tanya and inspired by Martin Volk and hopefully communicated effectively by Jordan Harry. So with that being said, leave all your questions in the comments. I get back to you on a weekly basis. The Excel spreadsheet is down in the description. Make it your own and show some love. Go show some love to Martin and Tanya. And until then, I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.